What's up guys, welcome to episode 11 of my playthrough for Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. As usual, changing up the format here, just going to get straight into the video. Now in between episodes, I have hit the next turn button once. What ended up happening, I didn't think it'd be that eventful. What ended up happening was that Wessex vassalised Mercia. So they're the vassal of Wessex now, and also there was some Viking raiders landing at the south of Britain, so they don't really concern us too much, but it does mean that Wessex are now just that little bit stronger, and probably saves Mercia a little bit as well. As well as that, we've got some public order issues, but I think these are to be expected. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is land that we kind of took last time. Oh yeah, sorry, another thing in between turns as well. Cumbra took another settlement, but we're going to start going after them now as well. If they sort of run into one of my walled settlements, I don't think they'll be able to take it, so if they get to here, I can't see them really getting much further. We may even defeat them if they try and take it, just with the garrison, but let's see anyway. Okay, so I've got research available. I believe last time we went for the improved swordmen. This time I'm actually going to go for the improved cavalry, so it gives them a bonus to the charge and -1 turns until replenishment for levy cavalry units in the recruitment pool. It's something I've not focused on too much, isn't cavalry in this game. I mean, it's not a major proponent of this game anyway, it's kind of infantry focused, but you know, cavalry still help. So start researching down that tree. I've also got skills available for Adrid. He's a general, so let's just check actually which army he belongs to. Okay, it's the Death Givers. I think they're down in the south. Now, they're not going to be doing too much fighting, I don't think. I have a little bit of a plan for them, which I'll go through at some point in this episode. I think I'll give him a point in champion, just to make him a bit stronger. So while we're here, I guess I'll talk about it. So the with the Death Givers, my plan, immediate plan at least, is to make war with this faction, Helleborg. Defeat them, take these two settlements here. There is a rebel settlement here as well, which I believe they're trying to take, so we could, you know, potentially end up with 3 new settlements here. They'll be a bit tricky to defend if there's any kind of wars in the south. But it gives us, you know, a little bit more territory and kind of unifies this eastern half of the island here as well. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to start moving them across anyway. We can actually upgrade the swordmen now. Again, they don't cost much more upkeep, so we'll upgrade both of them. And we'll start moving them over here, so I guess we just put them here in Doncaster first of all. And up here in the north, got the Fury of Tyr. With these guys, as I said, I'm going to start moving them around now. This one may take a couple of turns because it's a walled settlement. So I think it's probably a good idea to attack it first, get it out of the way. These guys might kind of do a bit of damage as they wander about taking my settlements. But I think that's something I'm going to have to just deal with. So we'll move these guys over to siege this. Could actually just attack straight away, and the balance of power is already in our favour, but I will hold on. We'll get as much siege equipment as we can for 1 turn. So that's 1 battering ram and 3 towers. We can afford to wait, I think, 1 turn for that. Another sort of option I have is to build another army here, which is something I was thinking of doing as we move north anyway. We're going to be taking more settlements. I think when we take all these back, my income and my food income are pretty good. Once I've got this settlement as well, I think it will be definitely good enough to support a 3rd army. I think we only need 1 down south just to hold and defend down here. Maybe fight off any raiders that, you know, Viking raiders that decide to pop up. But in the north, yeah, I want to have 2 armies because the overall plan here is to move north, challenge this faction here. They are pretty strong, but if I start challenging them, take as many settlements as I can quickly, reduce their economy. Hopefully they can't field as many armies then, and it helps me as well. So yeah, the plan being to take as much of Scotland as we can before we challenge the south. So, we've got a risk of rebellion now in Cumberland. Okay, that's likely because we're sieging this particular settlement here. Yeah, due to allegiance. It's only an 8% chance of a rebellion, so it's not too bad. Although, that has gone against us in the past, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we'll siege this. Let's start considering raising a new army here and see how much that's going to cost. So we can take Guthfrid, he's free. I imagine he has some sort of upkeep, but it doesn't actually tell me what that is here. But let's get him up and running. Get him into this settlement. Start looking at troops for him. Now I'm going to take a couple of minutes here, just make a little plan. Recruit some troops, and I'll be back with you once I've done that. So what I've decided, I've already recruited the troops here, I'll just talk through them. So, as many spearmen as I could sort of get. I think I left one unit in the recruitment pool in case they needed elsewhere. Got 1 unit of swordsmen, 3 unit of axemen, 1 unit of long axemen. They can shift around and get flanking manoeuvres where they can, and then some archers for skirmishing. That does kind of spend all my money that I've got in the bank, which is okay. Also, then it's going to decrease my income by 860. That is the vast majority of what my income is at the moment. However, when we start taking some of these settlements back, that's due to go up, and we can also, you know, upgrade some buildings to help out as well, and so on. Food-wise, it's going to cost us 120 food. That'll put us down to plus 80. Again, as we start taking these settlements back, that's going to help us out. So, I've accepted that. They should hopefully all be replenished within a couple of turns, which is perfect. And then we can move these guys up to challenge this army as they move south. Or they'll get cut off by these guys if they move north. So that's the plan for this, well, how to deal with this army, that's fine. Now we're going to end the turn there. Alright, so we've got a faction destroyed, not too sure who they were. Some traits gained, so governance and influence for both of these guys. Don't think that's causing us any issues. No events this turn, so we'll move the armies around and take it from there. We're going to leave these guys here for replenishment. The Cumbria army did actually move south and take another settlement, which did knock down my income a little bit, quite a bit actually, but that's okay. Now one other thing that I noticed is this faction here. So who are they? I think that's Dublin, Difflin. They've started kind of moving armies across to Wales, or it looks like Wales anyway, so they're at war with Gwynedd and Powys. They've got a defensive pact with another faction. Who are they? Okay, they're right up north. Anyway, I think then that stands to reason that they're fighting Gwynedd over here. But it does also mean that I might end up going to war with them at some point. They've got quite a bit of land over here on Ireland. Actually, it's not too much. They're not the dominant force there. Oh well, we'll see how much of a foothold they kind of manage to get here. But they could end up bordering on us if they take all these off Gwynedd. But let's see. Kind of keep an eye on that one. So yeah, this time we're going to leave where they are. We will deal with this siege momentarily. And down in the south. So we'll make it to this settlement. They've now got 3, which is fine and not much of an army. Let's just double check to make sure they're still not... Yeah, they've got a bunch of enemies. No friends, which is a bad position for them to be in. But we will take advantage. So we should take this settlement here. Yep, we'll occupy that one. And with these guys, I think we'll hit the big walled settlement next. Again, as I mentioned in the last episode, this kind of just increases our southern border in terms of how defensible it is. We'll have walled settlements kind of right along the border. Over there in Manchester, we'll have a walled settlement there. We'll have one here, and we'll have one here as well. So that makes the south a bit easier to defend. So we've got risk of rebellion. North Mercia, okay, that's the settlement we just took. It is at -10 actually, that's quite low. Due to buildings and allegiance. Well, once we take some of the other settlements here, we'll try to deal with that. That's fine. And then the next thing we've got to do is to fight this siege. We'll fight this one on the map. We're quite comfortably going to win this one, I would hope. But I do like the siege battles in this game, and I think in order to start researching siege equipment, which I think you only get sort of catapults in this, but you know, nonetheless, I think we have to fight a few siege battles. So I will see you on the battlefield for this one. So, as usual, as the attackers, we get to choose the weather. Well, not choose, but you know, decide where we want to start. I think with it being a siege and we're attacking, ideally, we want to get rain so they can't burn down any of our siege equipment. So we'll wait and see if we can get it. So we've got fog there. Dry. Let's go for the last one. Okay, dry. Nothing we can do about that. So it looks like some of their walls are actually a bit damaged already. Well, it says they're indestructible, but anyway. So where are we forming up here? Yeah, I think this is a good enough spot to go for. The main capture point is right in the middle of the settlement. Yeah, that's fine. I will see you guys back here when I have set the men up. Alright then guys, so I have set the men up. What I've done is I've got axemen and long axemen in the towers and on the rams. I think they're the best units for like charging and so on, so they're going to be good to make that initial breach. I've got a big line of spearmen here in waiting. As soon as that gate goes down or the towers go up, we'll start moving them up to support. Same with our shield biters and Huskarls. They're going to stay behind. I don't want to really risk them in a siege, losing too many men or getting killed. Not that I think that's going to really happen in this battle, but we'll see. Don't want to take any risk. I've got my archers, my general and my cav hidden in the trees here just so they can't get shot out by any archer towers and so on. They're not really going to be too useful when I start taking the walls. I tend to keep my skirmishers back until we've taken the walls. We can then get them up and, you know, get free shots in the back of the enemy as they run away. They're just going to waste a load of ammo hitting the walls if we start shooting out the walls and trying to take the men off there. So anyway, I'm going to start the battle and see you guys when we get near the walls. Alright then, so we've got much closer to the walls now. They have started shooting at us with fire arrows. I'm a little bit concerned. It's at sort of 50% fire damage is this one. I don't think we'll lose the unit, but nonetheless, the tower going down wouldn't be good for us. I think it probably is going to go down though. These guys have been a bit luckier. It's javelin men shooting at them. They don't have any flaming weapons, so that's fine. And these guys are largely uncontested. They're going to get over there. Now, interestingly, they've not put any of their... Actually, they've got one unit of Welsh axemen up on the wall here. So I think our men are going to have a nice easy time. This looks like it's going to set on fire. Maybe they can get there just in time. Come on. They can make it. No. 100%. Nah, it's gone. Damn. That was so close. So close yet so far. Damn. Okay, never mind. It's not the end of the world at all. Battering rams getting in there. The siege tower as well. I'm not actually sure where they've put their infantry. Oh, they're kind of sat behind the walls here. That's fine. These guys are going to land in 1 second.
The enemy has destroyed our siege equipment.
Let's get these guys running up. Okay, long axemen are getting up on the walls now. We'll let them get completely on the walls before we do anything. Okay, the gate's down. Have they got anyone defending? Some spearmen who are now running away. And their general's coming up as well. I'm gonna get these guys charging in. The spearmen are all on their way up, I believe. Yep. Okay, long axemen. Let's get them charging over. These axemen are currently fighting, that's fine. Where have my troops gone who were just sent through there? Oh, they are here. They're getting oh no, they're not getting hit by the oil, I don't think, actually. They're far enough in, so that's fine. These guys are going to run away, though. They're getting really badly hurt. This might not have been a good idea, charging them against their general. Hopefully we can win this fight up on the walls quickly, which I think we should. Now, I don't want to send too many men in until we've taken the gate, because that oil really does mess you up. I will take maybe a couple of units to these spears. Try and get them charged in. How are we doing up on the walls? Okay, not good. I think that's one of our units probably running away up on the walls there. Let's send another unit up. Gonna send the Huskars up actually. Much better unit for charging. Okay. Hopefully these guys can get past the oil on the wall. I feel like these guys are taking a very long time to kill these guys. They're only archers as well, and these are long axemen. Should be melting them. Interestingly enough, they've got shields, unless that's a different unit. Well, they're piling a lot of men onto them. Let's see, can we get these spearmen up the siege tower to help out? Let's see. Oh, I just selected our shield biters there, but that's fine actually, I will send them in. It might be needed. Get the Huskars up the tower.
It's a rout. Our warriors flee the battle.
I think we're losing quite a lot of men here, but I think that's usually expected when you're attacking in a siege. I'm going to get these guys into shield wall just because the towers keep shooting at them. Get these long axemen charging in to get that charge bonus. Who are these guys? Just a couple of spearmen. Let's get them in shield wall as well, just in case they've been shot at. I think now might be a good time to get my archers moved in, just to help out a little bit. We need to try and get a flank on these guys to break them. We're kind of holding well enough here with the Northumbrian Thanes. There's 2 units of them, I believe. Shield biters are in there now as well. They're going to do well, hopefully, against the general. Okay, Huskars. Let's get the Huskars charging in. These guys are just getting shot in the back. Oh, they're running away again. Okay, Huskars are running in now. Who are these Welsh archers? They should get absolutely melted by these guys. Well, for some reason they look tired. But anyway. I love how they're just not reacting at all. Go on, smash them. Okay, I'll leave them to it. We seem to be doing a bit better over here now. Routing their troops. Wonder if that's their general actually. They might have just been routed. Get these guys charged across. Some of our men are running apparently. Gonna shoot at these guys in the middle. Ah, long axemen are running. That's not good. Let's stop them from shooting. That's 2 more of our units running. Let's charge these guys in. This has not been a good attack. Get these guys up on the walls. Charge the Huskarls in. Actually, charge the Huskarls down here. I want to try get... Ah, we don't need to flank them now, actually. They're running. Oh well, we've made it through the walls now. I'm not quite sure why we're not taking the walls. I wonder if it's because they've got men up. Sorry, the gate. I wonder if it's because they've got men up on the walls here. Looks like we started to take it now, actually. Those guys should make light work of these guys. Where are my shield biters as well? They're still here. Yeah. Okay, they're now running. I don't think they've left any men at the command centre in the middle. So I think we just leave these guys here to take the gates, stop the oil pouring and stop the archer towers. There we go. Just like that. And now let's send these guys up to try and fight them. Looks like our Huskarls are getting battered. Let's try pull them out if we can. They've gone. Not good. While we're waiting for these men to get up onto the walls here, let's pepper them with some arrows a little bit. Hopefully do some damage to them. Totally forgot I had these guys up here as well. Oops. Alright, let's stop the archers now. Don't want them shooting my own men. I think now that we've got them a bit surrounded... Who are these guys? I think they're our shield biters, maybe? Yep. Okay, they're running now. I think they're the last unit that we've got to deal with. There we go. Well, that was much more difficult than I expected it to be, so I think if we fight another siege battle in the future, we need to definitely prepare for it a little bit better. Maybe in the troop selection. Maybe we focus on getting some siege equipment, something like that. Anyway, we won. We did take a lot of casualties, though. I'm just hoping we didn't actually lose any units outright, but let's see. Yeah, I'll see you back on the main map. Okay, so looks like we did lose one unit of axemen. Some guys got really badly damaged. They're going to need some time to replenish. Hopefully our replenishment's going to be good in this city here, but we're going to occupy it. Let's have a look. Probably going to take them a few turns to fully replenish, but now that we've got this second army, we can actually afford to do that. So I'm actually glad we got this army up and running. So what's happened as a result of that? Low public order, again to be expected. We know about these damaged buildings. It's in the settlement we were just taking. Don't have a ton of money to do repairs on these. I think there's only like one turn, maybe, to get all them repaired anyway, without paying. So let's, yeah, let's leave that for now. I believe, let me just double check, but I believe that's all the movement we've got to do for this turn. Let's have a look. Yeah. One thing I just noticed actually is this army here of Cumbria. They've recruited a few units, so I think next turn make a judgment call as to whether to go and attack. Yeah, but we'll end the turn there. So it looks like Weideborg, who we were previously at war with, I think we took this settlement loot from them. Want to make a declaration of friendship. I'm actually going to decline it because having had a look at this view on the map, they border us. They don't have any allies or anything. Potential victim for me there. I can take this land. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do because it's like right in the southern territories there, and if we ever went to war with them, they're just going to get taken, but we will decline for now. There's really no benefit into us making friends with them.
It seems we could not agree.
So it looks like Cumbria have decided to siege us. Now that's absolutely fine. Actually works in my favour, I think. Potentially. Let's take a look in a second. Got some traits gained here, that's fine. So they've recruited some units and then sent them over to siege me. Now I won't have got my replenishment for that last turn because of that. And they're not going to replenish anymore, which is a bit irritating. Looks like they're a bit beat up as well. But we're going to have the benefit of having a full garrison here. So, how many turns? Got 3 turns until we start taking attrition. So that buys us a bit of time to decide what to do. And 5 turns until a surrender. Now, one thing we can do now, even though these guys were replenishing, seeing as though their army's down here, we can start moving them across and taking these settlements back. Probably the smart thing to do. We're going to suffer a little bit of a penalty on the replenishment. In fact, we're not replenishing at all there, but I think worth it in the long run because we'll start taking settlements off them. They probably won't be able to field such a big army. They'll start potentially taking attrition, but time will tell with that one. We've still got all the same kind of events here, although this time we can afford to fix them. Risk of rebellion and low public order, which we are aware of. And then down here in the south, these guys, we want to come and siege this particular settlement here. Or maybe we attack them here first. That might be smarter. Anyway, we can decide next turn. But yeah, going to end the turn there. So it looks like we've got a rebellion in Drayton. Now I'm pretty surprised at that because I didn't think there was any issues with public order down there. Unless we've just fallen victim to a really low percentage chance again. But we'll see. I'll go check that in a second. Guthfrid's taken... gained a trait, sorry, self-sustaining. Gives him a bit more unit replenishment. And this guy's wasteful. That's fine. Notice this army started to move over this way. Potentially to take our lands from us. We might try and cut him off, maybe. Although without going right round this forest here, it looks like this is impassable. I can't do that, so... I wonder if that's meant to be Sherwood Forest. That's potentially Nottingham. Cool. I think we take this settlement first, seeing as though they've moved away from it. And we are going to have to deal with this at some point, but I don't think rebels kind of move out and start taking other territory, so we can come back around and do that in a second. I am a little bit worried that like East Anglia or someone will move in to take it before I can get there, but it's fine. Let's just check actually. So yeah, I really can't see why there was a rebellion here. There's no public order issues at all, by the look of it. Yeah. Confusing. And a bit irritating actually. Oh, there we go, now we can see it. So, -2, there was a 2% chance of rebellion. Okay. That's fair. Anyway, so we've got a food shortage again. I think that's because this place was taken. I think they had some farms there. And skills available for Aemond. He's a governor. Let's get him on forager, given that there's an immediate food issue. Low public order over here, but that's fine. This is okay. Let's take this settlement back. Hopefully get some food. And some income, that's right. Perfect, it puts us into positive. They'll get a decent amount of replenishment there as well. And we'll just keep moving them around, taking these settlements back while we wait for them to attack us in this siege. Doesn't look like they're suffering any attrition just yet. I'm not sure if I'd even be able to see if they did, but I think we can. Keep an eye on it. Let me just double check that I've moved everyone. Yep, we'll end the turn there. Alright then, so looks like they've decided to attack us. I feel like we can win this. They are deploying more men than us, but we've got the castle walls or city walls to help us. So yeah, we'll fight this on the battlefield, so I'll see you guys there. Right then, so as usual, I'll set the troops up and then see you back here afterwards. Just have a quick look over the map. This one's a bit better than the last one we just fought on, at least looks nicer. They've all formed up over here, so I'll put my men in here. Got 2 barricades as well. There's a few capture points. No, there isn't actually, I'm lying. There's one main one and it's at the back on this side. So, in terms of barricades, we kind of want to funnel them to this point the way we want them to go, which might be straight down here if they manage to take the settlement. Take the walls, should I say. If we put a barricade here, it would force them round. So yeah, we'll put one there. And don't think there's much point in popping one there. Maybe here, and then it forces them down this way or around to the left. Yeah, I don't intend to let them get there anyway, so hopefully it won't be necessary. But anyway, I'll see you when I've set them up. Okay then, so that took me a little while, but I think I've got them set up how I want them. So, at the gate here, I've got my skirmishers all up on the walls. It is raining, so I'm not going to be able to use fire arrows, which means their siege equipment's going to hit my walls no matter what. So there's that to deal with. Now what I've done is I've put my skirmishers on the walls, and just behind here and in shield wall I've got my stronger garrison units in front, in shield wall, same here on the left hand side, and then my weaker ones, which, you know, were kind of half replenished, just behind to reinforce. Similar situation here at the gate as well. I've got my swordmen here to hold the line. Behind them, my weaker spearmen, and then the governor. Now, I've left a few men in reserve, and I've just set them up here at the capture point. Again, all in shield wall, including King Guthfrid himself. So hopefully they don't make it here. But we can assess the situation as it unfolds anyway, so we'll see. I'm pretty confident they're not going to come from the left-hand side, although they could do actually. But again, we can just react to whatever they decide to do. So, yeah, I'll start the battle. And I'm not sure we'll need to forward it really this time. No, I will forward it, so I'll see you guys when they get a bit closer to the walls. One thing I've just realised, if my archers can't use... if they can't actually use the fire arrows, there's not really much point in having them on the walls. So I'm actually going to move these guys over. And these guys. I've turned all my skirmishers off fire at will. I'll choose targets for them to shoot at, probably their skirmishers, once they get a bit closer. I think they've got some cav, yeah. Cav don't really do well in siege battles unless they can reach the walls, so let's see. Hopefully they don't. Alright, they've started shooting at us now. So let's try and shoot back. I'm going to stick the javelins on the wall there just because they're a bit... the range is a bit worse.
The enemy is at the walls.
Rather they didn't shoot at those guys. Let's shoot at their archers. Okay, they've breached the walls. Not breached, sorry. They've landed on the walls. Hopefully we can deal with them. These archers here, what can they do? These are tier 3 spear infantry, so definitely shoot at them if you can. Gates are down now. They're going to start pouring through the middle here, which is fine. Let's take these guys off shield wall and get them charged in. Try and just beat them off the walls as quick as we can. Right. They're going to be coming from the walls now. I've got these guys in shield wall, so cav shouldn't hurt them too much. And we're pouring the oil on them too. Although I think, yeah, they've started taking the gatehouse already, so that oil will stop shortly. But that's fine. Let's get these guys in the battle. We're routing one of the units. That's good. Try and get these guys all charged in. Let's shoot at their skirmishers as well, where we can. Perfect. Oh, those Welsh archers have quite a big range, actually. They can shoot me from all the way back there, and I can't really hit them. Let's try with these guys anyway. Alright, everyone's kind of bunching up at this at the gate now. We just need to hold this for as long as possible. Keep the governor back for as long as we can. He's not particularly good in a fight. I'd rather he didn't die. I think he's one of the ones we've had from the beginning of the game, actually. So he's leveled up quite a bit. Just make sure these guys are all charged in. All fighting where they can be. Now they are shooting at us, but don't think they can really do much now. I've got javelin men here as well, which I might as well make use of. Let's get them shooting at these guys here. Similar situation with these archers. Let's have them firing there. Probably risk hitting our own men quite a bit here doing this, but I think it's worth it actually. Because they're kind of high up on the wall there, it might be a bit easier for us to hit them, maybe. I'm hoping. You know, actually, I'm gonna stop them doing that. It's a bit risky. The archers though can shoot up and over, so that's fine. Get missiles landing down there. That's probably gonna do us a favour. Do the same with these guys.
The men have been routed. They are leaving the field.
Some of our guys are running. Who is it? Okay. I'm going to charge these guys. They've beaten whatever unit they were fighting here, so let's move them around. They don't need to be there. Let's get them formed up here. It's a unit of swordsmen and axemen, so that's good. Get them charged in here. We're routing units over this side as well, which is good. It's really hard to select units on this game when they're up on the walls. Okay, I'm actually going to stop the archers from shooting now because we seem to be doing alright and risk shooting our own men as usual. More guys running away, that's perfect.
The enemy general is dead.
General's dead, even better. Hopefully that'll shake them now, we can send our general in.
The battle is turning in our favour.
Yeah, it's caused a bit of a chain rout, I think. Look how many units are running away now. Send these guys into the main fight. Let's have these bowmen shoot up and over here. What unit is this? Welsh swordsmen. So they are shielded, so they're not going to take too much damage from these archers. I can't really get behind them or to the side. But that's fine. Any extra kills will help. Alright, let's start charging down on them now. got a bunch of guys running away. Guessing we'll be doing damage to them while they run. Alright, perfect. These guys are lasting ages. You know what, with these archers here, let's shoot into the side of them. Oh, this is the, I don't know how you pronounce that, Tulu Spear Guard. They're tier 3 elite infantry. There we go, they're running now. Perfect, we won. I will spend a bit of time chasing them down actually as well. Don't want these guys to cause them any more problems than they already have. Ah, they've run out of ammo, that's fine. Alright, I'll see you guys back on the main map. Right, so that was perfect, we won that one. I spent a bit of time just mopping up any troops that I could. Some of them got away clearly, that's fine. We're going to take the replenishment off these guys. Alright, so start of a new turn here. We've got a rebellion in North Mercia. Faction destroyed. Killed an enemy in battle. Bunch of traits gained. Nothing that we need to worry about. So, rebellion in North Mercia happened over here. And in between turns, our enemy actually ended up fighting that army. Which probably did me a favour because they were going to more than likely take this settlement here. So I think very quickly we take this one. Occupy it. From here, I'm going to move this army straight up north to try and take out the enemy army before I siege this settlement here and deal with these rebels too. And we can deal with these rebels a bit later on. We are still in the positive for income and food income as well. So that's all fine. And then up in the north, got these guys, keep moving them across. And with this army they actually got a decent amount of replenishment out of that battle, so I'm going to go finish these guys off. We will just auto-resolve this one, they're weak enough. And that's pretty much any defensive force for Cumbra now dealt with. Take the replenishment again, 6%, it's not bad. And if we can, yeah, let's take this settlement too. Which gives them even a bit more replenishment, so next turn they'll be at full strength. So, this is nearly all dealt with. I think next turn we should have both these settlements back. We can move these armies north and maybe start another war. These guys are spread quite wide across our border. In fact, they have a settlement here as well. That's bad for me, in that it means there's a lot of ground to cover in terms of defence, but it just really depends on where they put their armies. The difficulty I'm going to have is if I have to kind of move one army this way to the west of the west of Scotland, and then maybe keep, you know, another army up here. They're really spread out and split up. They're quite a strong faction, so I imagine they're going to be able to field some considerable numbers against me. But that's something I'll have a think about. But I think for now, that is where I'm going to end the episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like. As usual, if you have any feedback or tips for me, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know down below. And if you want to see more content like this and you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. But yeah, that's it for now, so I'll see you on the next one.